All right, we're back on the 2016 Silverado with the factory dump bed kit made by Pierce Arrow. I want my bumper, so I made this video to show whoever's going to purchase this kit. I mean, it should probably be the same for the Ford and the Ram models as well. But a lot of guys left their bumpers off. I want my truck to look as factory as possible, so I want that bumper on there, and I need a hitch on my truck. So I'm going to be towing some machinery for the concrete business, or concrete season coming up soon. So I did put the hitch back on. This is not a factory hitch. I purchased it on eBay. I think it was like $150. It was a class 3. So this, you may have to do a little more modifications or less modifications if you actually have a factory hitch. My truck did not come with a hitch, so I had to purchase one. The hitch is pretty simple. It bolts in to the factory holes, and it comes with the hardware. That's too easy to even make a video on, so put the 8 bolts in and it's mounted. And here's where I had to start cutting the bumper. So I had to trim all the way down here to make some relief cuts, because the bed does pivot at about a 45-degree angle. So when it's completely lifted, this edge is right up against the hitch receiver. So that is the trimming I did to keep the actual bumper on the truck. Otherwise, if you want your hitch, then a lot of these guys are making their own bumpers, or getting rid of the bumper altogether, which is not an option for me. This way you keep your bumper, your plate's still there, everything's there, all your electronics, your lights, and I like the fact that this truck has the little steppers that I use to get in and out of the bed. And the only problem is, now that I cut away a good portion of the support here, I'm gonna have to add some support underneath, maybe just like a 1/4 inch piece of metal that I'll either spot weld to it or bolt it. Most likely spot weld, because bolting it's going to look ugly, just to get that support, because when you step on it, it does flex quite a bit, because this bumper is only held on by 2 welded brackets here, one here and one on the other side, because that factory bumper support is gone. You can't use it anymore. And I think that's about it. Once I put that piece of metal there, then I'll probably just find some rubber, put a piece of rubber, drill a hole here and drill a hole here, put a piece of rubber to cover up this massive gap, so the rubber will be able to flex when I raise the bed. And then put a little kind of maybe a rivet, not a screw, and then a piece of Velcro here, so it doesn't flap around when I'm driving, just to cover up this ugly piece, because I don't want people seeing the spare tire and everything, because that's just a recipe for getting it stolen. And that's essentially it. I just wanted to show what needs to be done to get that factory bumper on with the hitch, because in my case I need the hitch receiver. There's no thing about it. And you got to remember, when you are towing something, you have to pull the hitch out of the receiver, otherwise things are going to hit it. So just got to make a mental note every time you use the dump bed to make sure you don't have your actual receiver on there, or your hitch on there, sorry. I think that's it. I'll make a another video as I find issues with it. My concrete season is starting in about 2 or 3 weeks. It's still cold as hell out here. It's March, you know, a whopping 20 degrees here in Chicago. So I'll make some videos of it actually dumping and working as I go. My biggest concern about the dumping of the concrete is weight. This is only a 1500 chassis, so the most I can carry is about a yard of broken concrete and dump that. But my brain is telling me that it's gonna sit so low that I might have issues with the suspension kind of slouching down, and maybe that scissor hitting something like the drive shaft or something. That's my biggest concern, because I have not had a lot of weight in here yet. I installed this kit, I think it was November of 2022, just at the end of my season, trying to scramble to get it on there. And just now, about a day ago, I put the hitch back on it because I need it. And this is pretty much what it's going to look like without a with the hitch and the bumper on it, because you got to trim quite a bit of it. And it's pretty simple to trim. It's angle grinder with a cutoff wheel. I bought the 5-inch cutoff wheels from Home Depot. You can buy them anywhere. The cheapest ones I know who sells is, I think Harbor Freight sells 4.5 5-inch cutoff wheels. These were like $30 for a pack of 5, so it was kind of expensive. Harbor Freight is much cheaper. They don't last as long, but you only need it to cut a bumper. All right, guys, I'll get you more videos soon. Thanks.